Well, greetings, BUS22 students. This is Mr.D. This is week number 2 in our 8-week business communications or managerial communications for fall 2026. And hopefully you have had a decent start to the course. I know that, as I keep mentioning, this is a work in progress, and I'm making the switch from a Cengage textbook that you would have had to pay about $60 for to a free textbook that I'm integrating into the course. I will provide the PDF to that textbook. I already have. It's in the textbook and resources folder in the welcome module. You can go there and you can actually click the book and you can see the entire PDF of the book. But I'm trying to integrate it into Canvas so that you can just read it in Canvas, just click next, read the next page, and then ultimately you'll get to the quiz. So that's how I'm building it. So I apologize for any delayed or misinformation or things that got sent out inadvertently. Like I said, I'm still building it. I kind of made the decision at the last minute to just do it as I'm teaching it. So by next week on Monday, when you go to log in, you'll see all of next week's, or today actually is when you'll be watching this. So today, Monday, you should see everything that you need for week number 2, all prepared, all ready to go. So let's take a look. I'll show you what I've set up and show you a little bit of an overview of week number 2, which, by the way, is about presentations. So hopefully that's an exciting topic for you. Here we are. I'm in the wrong area, so let me move this out. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to start sharing this screen. So here we go. All right, so now we are on the home page in Canvas, and the announcement that you received today with this welcome video, and it explains all of the assignments that you'll be working on. But I'm going to go ahead and select module number 1. This is week 2 in module number 1. We have one more week. And as I scroll down, let's see, I do need to publish module number 2. So let me do that. And I'm publishing module number 2. That means all of these items will be accessible to you. So as we move into week number 2, then we're going to be looking at presentations as the topic. So there is a overview of the week. There is a read and study section. So basically it's on presentations. So you're just going to basically be reading each of these sections. You should be able to click next at the bottom of each one and move all the way through each folder. And then I have a second chapter that you're going to be looking at, which is organizations and outlines. So the first one's just on business presentations in general, choosing a topic, using visual aids, things like that. And then the second part deals with strategies for success, building a sample speech, some samples for you to look at, organizing principles of your speech, all about transitions. So these are all going to be very helpful as you're working your way through giving a presentation. And then I have sections here from a great book called Beyond the Bullet Points. And it's the whole idea of how to build a presentation using PowerPoint. You can use other softwares, but PowerPoint's predominantly the best to use because you can actually record yourself if you need to give your presentation. But anyway, I'll be going over those sections as well. And then, of course, that's the chapter or the sections that you should be reading. Again, there will be links in all of these pages to the original source. If you want to go and dig a little deeper, read a little more, you can do that. If not, just read what's here, click next, read the next folder, and work your way through so you get to the check-in assignment. So this week, the check-in assignment is going to be a little different. Last week was a mandatory initial check-in assignment, and this is where you're just introducing yourself. But this one's actually going to be answering questions out of the sections that you're reading. So I'm going to be, there'll be 4 questions in there from the different sections that you read from up here. So your job is to basically tell me, the answer to the question and where you found the answer. What section did you find the answer? I found it in 20A, 2A5. That's week 2, section A, number 5 on movements of speech. And so that's what you would put down as where you found your answer. So I need to know where you found the answer. And the reason I do this, unfortunately, is because students will just use AI to type in the question and then give me the AI answer. And a lot of times the answer is correct, but it doesn't show me that you actually answered the question. So I want you to answer it from the sections that you read and tell me which section that you got it from. You also need to include the question and the answer, and then the page number or the section number where you found it. Then you have a quiz on the same sections on presentations, and then you'll be continuing to work on your individual presentation and your discussion post from week number 1, and that's going to carry over for 3 weeks. Now, very important, I do have a Zoom session planned for this Wednesday at 10 a.m., not 11:30 a.m. I apologize. So I'm going to change that. It's going to be at 10 a.m. this Wednesday. I just copied over a different announcement on that, but it is 10 a.m. So join me at 10. Oh, it's not letting me delete it. There we go. 10 a.m. So join me at 10 a.m. All you need to do is click this folder, and then you click the link right here. That'll bring you into Zoom. And then I'll be discussing everything to do with the do's and don'ts of business presentations. So I'll just be kind of giving an instructional time on when you give a presentations, what you should do, and then how to use presentation software like PowerPoint, some do's and don'ts about that. And then I will be also describing in great detail this individual presentation assignment that you must do by the end of the following week. So you have 3 weeks to do it. I kind of prompted you to get started last week. This week I'll be doing a Zoom session on it to give you a lot more information, and then you'll have all of next week to prepare that, to record that, and then to upload it. And I'll be talking about that a lot in this Zoom session. So join me on Wednesday. Yes, I will record it, and yes, I will send out the recording of it after I complete it on Wednesday. So probably Wednesday night or Thursday, I'll be sending that out. So that way you have access to it if you're unable to join us during the actual Zoom session. So anyway, so that's what we'll be focused on. Of course, presentations, we've seen them many times. You've had maybe presentations at your work. Of course, if you've been in college for a while, you've seen other students give presentations. You see professors presenting material. So you see it around you all the time. And there's some practical things that you can do to do a better job, to be more engaging. And there's certainly some do's and don'ts with all of that it's important for you to know, because you may find yourself in a business setting where you have to give a presentation and you want to be able to do that professionally. You want to be able to be someone who stands out among your peers and that you're a good communicator, because again, this class is business communication, or managerial communication. So, all right, so that's it for week number 2. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. If something doesn't work right, let me know. Again, this is a work in progress. I think last week I said that if when you click your quiz answer, if you got the wrong answer, it would give you the correct answer, and it didn't do that. And that's because these are brand new quizzes that I have to go back and actually add some of that content. So I apologize. I didn't realize it did that, so I removed that. It doesn't say that it'll do that any longer, but ideally I'll get in there and actually put the answers in, why the correct answer is the correct answer and why the incorrect answers are the incorrect answers. So bear with me, and I appreciate it, and hopefully it doesn't become frustrating. And if you have any issues at all or it starts to become frustrating with you, please let me know. But I'm doing my best to keep it as seamless as possible as I build this class as we go. So, all right, well, have a great week too, and you will see me all on video again next week.